Oh,
Panic, everyone!
Oh god.
Okay, let me pull up my pants now.
Leo, calm down.
Jesus, Leo. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Shifty Key Podcast. I'm Luis, aka SpartanSloth, and today we have...
Me, TDBTyler.
Hello, this is Jay Justice. How you doing?
And Leo B from the Rooster Teeth community.
We're all from the Rooster Teeth community.
I know what I said.
Are you though, Tyler? Are you
Yes. Yeah.
though? Okay, just confirming.
Well, I'd say the amount of times I've given shout-outs to things that are happening in the Rooster Teeth community, I feel like I'm a part of it.
I don't know. Could be someone else.
I'm
Could-
still
Who
looking
would
for
it
my
be?
thing, so it's a work in progress.
Maybe a version of you from an alternate universe communicating with us through the web?
This isn't Inception or Matrix or whatever. God
Now it
damn,
is.
that's going to be hard to edit.
To edit
Jeez.
what? Out?
That was loud, this end. Is that what we've
All night
resorted to
long.
now? The quality of our podcast, ladies and gentlemen. is
Yay!
Can we stop making the Inception buzzer noise?
Ah!
Okay then.
Ah! So I was trying to do Gavin's weird squawking thing.
Yeah,
Oh, that one.
You know-
Jay can do it really well.
Jay, do it.
What?
I think it was exactly last week, wasn't it, when we were playing Cards Against Humanity?
It was.
Yeah, and I kept on hearing someone do that noise, and I was like, that's probably someone from Britain, that can do the voice. I was shocked that I was the only person from Britain there, so I was like, who's doing that?
Jay,
It's either a soundboard
Yeah.
or it's me.
Jay.
Yes,
are you Tyler from another universe by any chance?
I very well could be. It's not out of the realm to think, but chances are probably not.
Damn. God damn it, Luis.
And we have a Leo in the group too, so yeah.
I feel like Luis has done too many of those Inception buzzer things. I think we shouldn't be doing too many of them before it starts another counter.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
No, because it's just loud noises. And I think TJ would want to strangle you after the Ebola counter thing.
Probably.
By the way, TJ, no, you don't have to make that a counter now. Like, just because I said Ebola, don't count them, Jesus.
Oh no, please do.
No,
Although
Just
you do
channel.
have to pick up from the other podcast.
no, we'll give him a break.
You know what? Yeah, forget the counter for now. But you know what the Inception noise reminds me of?
The Reapers from Mass Effect 3.
Not really. Star Wars though.
The opening sound.
Oh, more like the Starfighters, but yeah.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, I could too.
So, did you guys watch the trailer?
I think everyone that's currently listening to this podcast has probably
I-
watched the trailer
I just
now.
watched it this morning, so yeah, I did watch it.
I've seen it a
And-
few times. If you haven't seen it by now, obviously there's probably going to be some spoilers in here, or just pause us and go watch it right now.
Yeah, it's
And then
like
come
a
back.
minute and something long.
And plus, it's a trailer. How much can we spoil from a trailer?
You know,
If you-
like
if you haven't
maybe
seen it, we can
Snape
spoil
kills
enough.
Dumbledore.
You heartless monster. I hadn't even
Please.
finished that book.
Oh wow.
Well,
That's it. I'm done. I'm out.
that's the worst kept secret.
User has disconnected from your channel.
No!
Hey, they changed the voice. I don't know if you can pick it up.
You actually can.
Yeah, you
Can
can
you
change
be
it to a
or
woman.
female, I believe.
There's a male and a female voice.
Didn't Jim say that you can change it to, like, German or something?
Yeah.
That would
Oh
scare
my
me.
god, does it have a Jen Taylor setting?
Don't think so, unfortunately.
No.
So, I watched it, and I don't know. I think this one was a bit different from the other Star Wars trailers I've watched,
Well, of
and
course.
I really like the idea of having new movies. I'm just really worried that it is now at the hands of J.J. Abrams and Disney. More like because it's at the hands of J.J. Abrams, really, because Disney did a good job with the Avengers. But, I'm kind of I complain a lot when people start changing the classics. Why did they change the Stormtrooper armor?
They changed the
Why?
armor?
Yes, they changed the helmet.
It's a subtle change. I like to think, though. I mean, obviously, everybody has a different take on it. I mean, let's go back to the Harry Potter movies for a second. In the first 3 movies, we had, I believe, 3 different Dumbledores because each one successively passed away, or
2.
2. Okay.
Yeah, 2.
And then we've also seen in shows like The Walking Dead where there have been pretty much a new director every season. I'm not that worried about J.J. Abrams taking the helm because, I mean, I know he does good work, and the fact that it is Star Wars, a lot of people they're going to be willing to overlook who is running it as long as the storyline is good. And from everything you can see and obviously discern in a 1.5-minute trailer, it looks like it has potential to be very good. Granted, I'm sure a lot of people said that back in 1999 when the Phantom Menace came out. Oh my God, it's a new Star Wars! I can't believe they're going to make this.
The Phantom Menace.
Oh, I liked it too when I was when I was a kid. It hasn't aged well. It's good for certain moments, and I'd like to say that I'm worried that that's going to happen here. I don't really feel that. I like some of the little changes that J.J. Abrams has made. I mean, every director is allowed a little bit of leniency in continuing with things like Star Wars or various movies that have sequels, as long as it doesn't detract from the original story. The Stormtrooper helmet is different. The gun is really different. I mean, that is definitely not the blaster that you're used to.
Yeah,
obviously things are going to be different. I mean, and that's going to bring us up to creative control and differing things that we're used to. The lightsaber.
Yeah, the lightsaber, which is also some sort of cross. Although I did see a good theory about that. I think it was Blaine from RT. I don't know if you guys saw the tweet, but I can't remember exactly his words, but it was something like the title is The Force Awakens. And so maybe that's something like an ancient Sith Lord woke up like, oh, shit, think I'm late. And it's probably some sort of ancient lightsaber. So you see when he turns on the lightsaber, those other 2 thingies seem like an awful lot like an exhaust part. Like they're not exactly blades, they're like trembling or something. It's fucking weird, but I don't think it's supposed to be like a guard like we have for old swords. So I'm willing to believe it's more like an exhaust port because it's either ancient lightsaber or a super strong kick-ass lightsaber, which all of them are, let's face it. But I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for that. I mean, it's a bit stupid if you keep 2 other blades close to your wrist while you're fighting. I mean, how are you going to swing that thing without cutting your hand off?
That's the thing I was worried about. Like, what happens if you drop that fucking thing? My wrist! It's gone forever, I'm afraid. It's because your stupid fucking lightsaber. No, I'm joking.
Well, your original wrist, but with space technology, you can get one.
I would be okay with the idea of exhaust ports. Earlier, I brought it up. Maybe the way that the lightsaber is designed, I'd like to see that maybe if those aren't exhaust ports, it could be like a multi-function lightsaber. Let's say that obviously the large end, let's say it retracts, and then the other 2, instead of those being exhaust ports, now they swing out. Depending on how you hold it, the lightsaber could pretty much, if you let's say you spun it, what's to stop that thing from being thrown out like a ninja star and having all 4 of those angles have a little mini lightsaber? That thing could cut through anything.
Yeah. It's kind of cool how only, like, that's only like in 3 seconds of the trailer. And there are so many people discussing the lightsaber. It's incredible. I mean, how long has the trailer been out now?
Thursday? Friday?
Yeah, it's not been out for too long.
Yeah, it was Friday.
You know, come to think of it, my first contact with Star Wars, I think it was back with Episode 1, the Phantom Menace, which I have like super fond memories of. So I don't quite know how the public reacted during the trailer when they showed Darth Maul and his double-bladed lightsaber.
Oh, it was awesome.
But it was, yeah, I mean, it's awesome. It's a fan-fucking-tastic weapon. But for the older fans, like the people who watched the original trilogy, went to the movie theater and were like, "Oh, new Star Wars trailer. What the fuck is this double-bladed saber?" So it was probably kind of the same reaction, you know.
For a different generation.
Yeah. Pretty much. Man, I'm getting old.
Yeah, it's weird when you think about it that way. I feel like we shouldn't have the entire podcast about Star Wars, though, because I got the feeling...
I really wanted to ask a question.
Oh, yeah, feel free, but I'm worried that this is all going to turn into a podcast about Star Wars, because... Can
we turn a minute and a half long trailer into an entire discussion?
Oh, we absolutely can.
We can.
Yeah, you can.
I'm about to do that with the question I'm going to ask.
People were discussing this for about 3 hours before this podcast started. So
people have been discussing this for crazy. My only take on this, honestly, seriously, if the guys, and it's an off chance, but if the guys that are behind Chivalry, Medieval Warfare are listening, please put in a DLC or a pack that allows you to have a lightsaber or a sword that looks like that. Please, I'm begging you.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Won't that be a little OP in the game?
No, I mean, it can still make the sounds, but obviously if it's a lightsaber that comes in contact with another one, let it clang even. I mean, but still, give me the opportunity to, instead of having a long sword, let me have that red lightsaber.
So you want a sword with lightsaber skin, but with just the same effect like as a regular sword?
I'll take it. I'll be okay with it. I mean, it would take a lot more effort to turn that into a lightsaber because, again, like you said, OP can't. I will take the fake lightsaber just because of how awesome it will look.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna turn my question to more of an affirmation. I really, really, sincerely hope that you find a way to put Kyle Katarn in the new trilogy.
Is that the one from the game?
Yeah, from the Jedi Knight games. Because when they cancel like all of the expanded universe, said it was all a bunch of bullshit, or it doesn't count anymore. I was kind of heartbroken because I have a lot of favorite characters from the expanded universe, but man, Kyle Katarn is so awesome. Like, I really, really hope they find a way to put some of the characters of the expanded universe into the new trilogy. I think it would actually be cool for the fans because I know a lot of people felt a bit disrespected by the way this whole thing was treated, so maybe putting some of those into the actual canon thing could help the new movies. I don't know.
I'll give that one movie before we see whether they'll put the expanded universe or even little bits and pieces. I mean, I know they've ruled out for the time being the expanded universe. I'm gonna give them a movie first. If this one obviously turns out to suck and there's enough of an outcrying of support, I mean, like I said, we only see a minute and 30 seconds of a trailer. There's so much out there that we probably don't have a clue about, and who's to say that it's not 100% done deal that the expanded universe is shut? We know that the high ups have pretty much said, but I mean, like we said, it's J.J. Abrams' baby right now. All I can do is really hope that he doesn't take something that for 30 plus years has been amazing, and hopefully he doesn't run it into the ground. I will be just as excited come 2016 to see it as I was for episode 1 back in 99. I'm going to look at it just like then. As a child, totally excited, thinking this is going to be the greatest thing ever. And hopefully I leave the theater exactly the same way I was when I was a kid, thinking this is the coolest Star Wars ever. I am so glad that I got to see this, midnight, first showing, and looking forward to the next one. I trust J.J. Abrams. I hate to say that.
Which is something I really, really want to do this time, because back when episode 3 was released, I wasn't able to go to midnight showing or whatever because I was too young. And like Revenge of the Sith and The Empire Strikes Back are two of my favorite Star Wars movies. Like, I like all of them, to be honest. Yes, I really like the prequels. Really, I really like them. But these two are like my favorites. And I wasn't able to go to the midnight showing and stuff. But I do hope there will be something like this in my hometown when the episode 7 gets released, because I am so fucking going.
Well, I can imagine you are. But I have one small statement for everyone that's listening, because I can imagine they probably heard loads of people discussing this trailer before this comes out, this podcast. But I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, the films. I don't know much about the extended universe or the books or the games or anything like that. But I've now heard opinions from people that think, that it's not going to be that good. The new film coming out, I mean. And I've seen people that are really super hyped about it. Can I make one thing 100% clear? The film isn't out yet. Let's give it a fucking chance. There's a lot of people that are getting really hyped for it. And I want to tell them to calm down, because if you get too hyped, you're gonna be disappointed when it comes out if it isn't 100% perfect, which no film ever is. And if you're shooting it down already, then just don't bother watching it. I've heard a lot of people giving criticisms already, even after just seeing 1 minute of the film. And it's like, how can you judge something now when the film isn't out? I don't know. It's driving me insane, Star Wars.
I mean, we do the same thing on the other side. Yeah. Those of us that are super hyped, we're already judging it, again, with just a minute 30. I'd like to say that I feel people that are already finding ways to bitch about it, again, it's just a minute and a half. If you're already bitching about the entire movie, you just have nothing else to do but bitch. Granted, there are things in there that I saw that confused me and I didn't like. I'm used to the iconic Stormtrooper. Yeah, I'm used to an iconic lightsaber. I'm used to an iconic blaster. That doesn't mean that, okay, those three things are different. This movie's going to absolutely suck.
Yeah.
All we have is Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and a minute and a half of things that we can sit and pour over and pour over and pour over. But like you said, we've got until 2016 to see tons of new footage, tons of interviews. There's a lot of hype to be had. We've seen it with the Avengers. 2016. At least I thought so.
It's December 2015. Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much the end of 2015, beginning of 2016. For some people, they may not get to see it until the beginning of 2016. So I apologize for that. You're right.
We don't know if it could be changed.
Can I add something real quick to the little discussion?
Of course.
Do you think like with more trailers and like other stuff going to be revealed to the public soon, do you think it's going to reach a certain point where people actually prefer like the Oswald Patton's version of what the next Star Wars movie will be like?
The what version?
Oswald Patton's. It was like a little thing for a show called Parks and Recreations, where a guy was using this as like a filibuster for like in the show, and like basically what he wanted for the next Star Wars movie to be like.
Oh.
I mean, we all kind of have that. I mean, if you sat down and had to think about what do I want in the next Star Wars, chances are if you had to make a trailer, I doubt it would look like the minute and a half that we saw. Mine wouldn't. I wouldn't have thought of that cool of a lightsaber, or and chances are I wouldn't have brought back a lot of the cast. Granted, I mean, we know it takes 30 years afterwards, and there have always been hints of storyline, the whole time we've been growing up, George Lucas has always talked about episodes 7, 8, 9 and pretty much hinted at what the plots are. I'm going to be hyped, but I'm going to be hyped more because it is a new Star Wars, not so much for what's in it right now.
That's the way you should be hyped, I reckon, because I've seen a lot of people get really hyped because of loads of things that they think are going to happen, and I'm sitting there, it's like, there's no way you know yet, so calm down, because when that doesn't happen in the film, you don't want to be disappointed, you know? It's weird. It's funny seeing how excited people are getting over 1 minute and a half. People have been discussing it for way longer than the length of the actual trailer.
We have. So let's try to steer ourselves away from it a little bit.
Okay, just a quote from R2. Beep bop boop beep boop boop boop, motherfucker.
I don't think he ever said that.
That is a great quote.
R2,
yes.
Why would you say that about my mother? She is a saint.
She doesn't give a fuck.
Was she a service droid?
Whoa! Fucking
wow.
got him!
Come.
Freaking Family Guy.
That was great.
My mother was a service droid.
Mother got serviced.
Ew.
Aw.
Okay, let's
I was the
steer
only
away
one to
from
chuckle
that.
at that. That was horrible. All right, yeah, let's move on. Obviously, we're discussing this coming out on Black Friday. There were a lot of people that probably didn't get a chance to see it until they came home from the insane celebration of capitalism, we might as well call it. That is Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Did any of you guys get to go out and shop around, or did you just pretty much barricade yourselves indoors and laugh at the people out there making fools of themselves?
You know, I had to drive my sister to the mall because she said she needed to buy something, and I was like, well, must be something important or like, you know, something significant. She bought a fucking eyeliner, and I stood there in the mall's parking lot, like, seriously, there was so much traffic and people were like fucking up. It was insane. It was like probably like driving through the very depths of hell. And I was just sitting there thinking like, oh, it must be really important. She arrives with just one eyeliner. Like, if she had bought the entire fucking store, I wouldn't mind, but just one.
Louise, it's an eyeliner. It's important, dude.
So what you're trying to tell me is as of right now, you don't have a sister anymore, right?
I can't kick her out of the house. I mean, she's cool. Like, it took me a few deep breaths and stuff, but, you know. Therapy.
Oh, God.
And today, I had to go to the mall again. But this time, like, I was going out with my mom and my sister, and we were going to, you know, hang out and see some stuff for my sister's graduation party thingy, whatever. And, dude, like, thank God this time my mom was driving, and that place was crowded. Like, there was so many people there. It was insane. Like, it got to a point in which I started to be like, let me fucking out of here. But I did get the full translated version of, now I'm going to fuck up the name, I'm sorry, Les Miserables.
Les Miserables?
Yeah, that. Dude, I was looking for that book. I guess, I mean, that's not French, that's not English. It is French, but the way we're saying it's not anything. Might as well say beep bop beep boop. So,
Again,
I was looking for
mother.
that book. I was looking for that book, like, for a long time, and I finally found it, and I got it. And to be honest, I think it's better to buy stuff online during Black Friday, because you don't have to leave your home and, you know, risk getting stabbed or something. That's never cool.
You know, when you bring that up, seriously, we were talking about this before the podcast started. How horrible is it to think about, to go from us as kids and being really excited for Black Friday? Maybe you were, when you were younger, standing in line with your mom or your grandma like I did, and it was fun. People passed around hot chocolate. They brought cookies for people. Now, you can't escape Black Friday without hearing a story about someone was shot, someone was stabbed, someone was mugged. The worst that I've ever seen, personally, was when I was younger. It was the original Furby. 2 women going at it, actual fist fight. That was the extent until
Like
I
that
became an
movie
adult.
with Schwarzenegger.
Turbo Man.
You know,
But that was the extent, and now, heck, 45 minutes from me in Michigan City, Indiana. Guess what? We're making national news because people want to make an ass out of themselves.
Oh God, tell me about it.
And it's tough because it is primarily an American thing, but it's spreading. You know, people want.
Yeah,
the global economy's tough. People want to save money, and when they have the opportunity now, they're gonna do it. And anybody out there, please conduct yourselves with some sense.
Here's something that really annoys me, though. Sorry for cutting you off there, Luis.
That's okay.
But is Black Friday a thing that exists because of Thanksgiving? Because I'm not an American, and I know very little about Black Friday, but recently over here, like, this year's been the worst in the UK for it. It's crazy.
You can kind of blame Thanksgiving. Businesses look at the day after Thanksgiving is absolutely the largest shopping day of the year. By financial statistics, they have pretty much determined that, because that is technically the day that everybody starts ramping up for Christmas. I mean, Grant, you probably have walked into stores beforehand and noticed, oh, somebody's wearing a cute little elf hat, or maybe there's some holiday music. The day after Thanksgiving, that all comes out. All the tinsel, all the decorations, all the Christmas music. And it's only going to get worse from here. All the mall Santas, all the gift wrapping, all the reindeers, 8, 9, 10, however many your country might have. Maybe Santa got more. Maybe they're genetically altered. Nobody knows.
Cloned Vixen.
That would be the greatest Christmas movie ever. And when you say that it's spreading, it actually is. Like, I didn't hear anything about people actually getting stabbed and stuff here. Don't know if it happened. Probably, I don't know. But I was talking about that with my sister today. I don't think Black Friday was a thing here in Brazil up until like 2 years ago, tops.
Same here with the UK. Like, we have no reason to have a Black Friday, but we have one anyway, and people were fighting.
People are greedy. And
you know what would be awesome for, as something to defend yourself during Black Friday?
What?
A lightsaber?
Yeah, I knew it.
Yes.
Get a riot shield and tear gas.
Now, I mean, for you guys, you probably experienced Black Friday, and a lot of you out there, you experienced it as consumers. I got the misfortune of being on the other end of the stick this year. This was my first year working a retail job, and I worked Thanksgiving night and Black Friday morning. So I come away with it with a completely different perspective this year, and a much higher respect for those people that do have to work on Thanksgiving and do have to work on Black Friday. Just give those, if you know somebody that did that, give them a hug today, or shake their hand, because that's a lot of stuff to put up with. I work for an Office Depot, so it's not a big store. It's not something you would expect. But I was pleasantly surprised to see Thursday night, Thanksgiving night, at 6 p.m. while people should be having food with their families, 50 people standing outside in line to get $179 laptops.
Yeah, and one thing that annoys me is reading the stories afterwards, and you think, oh God, we as humans are failing. Like, there was a store over in the UK, Tesco's, that run out of stock, and 200 people stayed there and protested. And I was like, they're out of stock. What do you expect them to do? Like, what are they going to do?
There are reasons that we put on flyers, or retail stores put on flyers, while supplies last. Not
limited quality or quantity.
Limited quantities available.
Yeah. It's just absolutely insane. Like, we're better than this as humans, right? Right?
Tyler,
Nope.
Supposedly.
No, we're not. I mean, Tyler, this photo that you linked, and obviously none of you outside of the four of us can see it.
We'll put it in the link shitter.
Hey, I'll put it in the link shitter.
Replace those Polaroids right there. Replace that with meat. What separates that photo that you're looking at from zombies?
Oh God!
Seriously, we consider ourselves, as humans, we consider ourselves civilized, cultured, refined, Granted, we all have our differences, we bicker back and forth, but when you look at that photo and you look at the stuff that you've seen in the media or even in your own hometown, stories about Black Friday sales and people crushing people to death, people stabbing each other, shooting each other, getting into fistfights.
Punching each other, yeah.
We're zombies. We're zombies for the biggest deal.
Yeah. Zombie apocalypse, yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I'm not saying it's the same logic, but as even like some of the worst things in history, like wars and, well, pretty much mass killings and shit, that sort of thing has explanations to it, even if it's like, a shitty one, but there are explanations. And I believe there are explanations for this whole Black Friday phenomena. At least I hope there is. I just don't quite know what it is.
Yeah, we want to save money.
But, well,
good deals out there, though.
Yeah, man.
But
deals,
one thing I wanted to add to what you said, Jay, that you should shake the hands of people who worked on retail and stuff during Black Friday. At least do try to be polite.
Yeah.
Say hello or good morning or thank you after they're done. I mean, yes, it's their job, but it doesn't mean you have to be a prick to that person, because I've seen a lot of that today while I was in the mall.
Luis, to be fair, I do that every day, so yeah.
Which one? Be a prick to them, or?
No, I say like thank you, or please, and
like
be respectful.
That's the sort of thing, like
Menace.
being respectful, respecting another human being is the sort of thing you should do daily, every day. But, especially during those times when, can you just imagine how it is to have like hundreds of people in your store and all of them are trying to acquire something or are fucking mad because that one old lady got the last, I don't fucking know, Nintendo DS that you wanted, or a fucking Furby because now they're back. I don't know how, but they're back.
You do the, now that it's Black Friday, you do the civilized Christian human thing. Kick the cane out from under her and take it.
This cane's for sale, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Cane, quantity 1.
Christ. It's amazing.
There are explanations. There are reasons. I have a 5-year-old. For me, if I was on the consumer end, I want to be that. I want to be the dad that, on Christmas morning when my daughter comes down, opens this, and she's like, oh my God, you got it. I want to feel like the coolest dad on the planet because I braved everything. But now, I don't know why we need to, with the way that markets have gone, I don't know why we need to stand out at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning to get these deals when a lot of them are available online. Cyber Monday should be much cooler. That should be a bigger hype than Black Friday, but it's not yet.
Not yet, but soon internet will crash and people will be cyberbullying each other and kicking the canes out of their virtual hands, and I don't know. I've already sorted out my Christmas presents online, literally this November. Like, I got myself quite a few presents in mind.
I have not done anything yet.
Yeah, I got a gold-plated pack of cards for someone.
Tell me they were Pokemon cards.
No, just traditional playing cards for like poker and stuff.
No,
because he collects them. He collects them, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I can't think of what to get him. Wait a minute, this is gold-plated? Oh, shit, and it's real gold. It comes with a certificate of authenticity as well. I'm like, I'm going to get these.
Tyler's friend, you are one lucky guy. Now, remember, check those prices on eBay.
Tyler, can you buy me a car or a new Xbox 360?
Leo, he's going to buy you a car. He's just going to think it through, and he's going to buy you a Micro Machines car.
I'm going to send him a picture of the car.
You have to send him a picture. Be specific.
Well, I actually got the pack of cards from my brother. So, that's kind of like, my family do this weird thing where,
Spoilers.
Well, he's not going to hear this, I hope. But,
he will now.
Oh, tough. Well, I don't mind. If it's ruined for him, I don't care. Because he's awesome. He's probably already got mine sorted as well.
Wait. Tyler's sister, don't tell your brother, okay?
My sister, don't tell Ben that I've got him a gift.
I'm gonna leak this all over the website right now. Tyler's
my-
getting his brother gold-plated cards.
Well, my little sister doesn't use the website, but she listens to the podcast, and I
So
totally
what you're
forgot.
saying is we're gonna have to mute this entire section.
Nah, I'll be fine. But essentially,
gonna
what
twat this.
what my family does, because we've got quite a big family, we pick a name out of the hat and we get a gift for that person, and we set a budget, and we're like, okay, you can't be, an over generous prick and get someone like a 50 quid present, a 50 pound present rather. Or you can't be super cheap and give them something small. You have to give them something that's worth this much and put some thought into it.
Cheapskate for
bigger.
days.
It has to be
Imagine-
bigger than your fist, doesn't it?
Yeah, but imagine my face when I found out you could get a gold-plated deck of cards for under £10. I was like, oh, shit. This is going straight into, gift wrapping.
So now, when you get these gifts, is it more like a secret snowman or secret Santa, if you will, where they know who's getting it?
Well, we all know who's been applied to someone else. Like, I'm getting something for Ben. Ben actually drew my name out, and he's getting something for me. And I can't remember, the rest of the family. But you can imagine, if we have to, pick names out of the hat, there's quite a few different combinations that we could have. It's a cheaper way to do it for everyone, because if we bought a gift for everybody, we would either go bankrupt each year, or we would get everyone really shit gifts. Look, I got you a card. Enjoy. That's your gift.
Have any of you done, and those of you listening around, feel free to comment, have you ever done something called a white elephant gift? I know there are tons of different variations of that name, but if you're familiar with a white elephant present, have you done that before?
I have a bad feeling
What
about
is it?
this.
It sounds worse than it is. You mentioned...
Oh, didn't Ray and Carrie and Michael do something like that on a RT live video?
They might have.
Oh,
I'm
God.
not sure. It sounds worse than it is. You mentioned that. You mentioned getting Tyler. You mentioned getting presents for everybody, and you would go broke. The essence of a white elephant present is, depending on how many people are coming, each person buys a gift of whatever type between a certain amount of money. So let's say that 15 people show up. Well, okay, everybody has brought a gift. It doesn't have to be for someone specifically. They all set them on a table and they put a number on them. Each person takes a number. So the first person would go pick a present that's not theirs. They're done.
Oh.
The second person gets to go up and pick a gift. They open it. Each person opens a gift. So let's say that the second person, man, my gift sucks. The person that went number one, I really like your gift. Guess what? They get the opportunity to trade. And
God.
It goes down the line.
I can imagine that I can imagine the entire Christmas being spent on that.
You want to make enemies? That's how you do it.
Yes, that's how you
Or
do it indeed.
or play Monopoly. That works. I think it works about the same way.
Just about.
Yes.
We were talking earlier about Black Friday and people coming to blows. Imagine getting a gift that you think is super cool, and then all of a sudden having someone take it from you, and you have to try to trade your way back around to get it.
Oh,
I
we
would
have
hate
that
that.
here.
All right. To be fair, or to be honest, I was thinking about something a lot worse that that Ray and Gavin and Carrie did.
With the top hat?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not the same thing.
Nope.
That's with jism. I mean, yeah.
Just watch the video and let them explain.
Well, they even censor it, don't they? It's muted and he's just... I hate that.
So speaking of gifts, I brought this topic up before we started, and now I'm going to ask for the answers. And everybody, again, feel free to comment, do whatever.
Do your thing.
Since we're on the spirit of Christmas, and we've been talking about gifts and white elephants and everything that comes with it, what's been the gift that you were most surprised to get your hands on, or your favorite Christmas experience? Like in your case, Tyler, you are super excited right now to know that your brother's going to get this pack of gold-plated playing cards. What about for you? What's been the highlight for you that you can remember and would be a story you'd probably tell your kids, or just tell in general, or tell us?
Well, I'm actually really boring when it comes to Christmas. Essentially,
Ooh, make something up.
Oh, I got this castle.
It's for ratings.
But usually when I get like gifts, I usually say to everyone, "This is since I was a kid. Like, if you don't know what to get me, just get me money. I'd rather just have money and spend it myself than get a random gift that I can't use." But one day, I think someone just turned around and gave me their phone. It was like a hand-me-down gift, but it was a phone that was like still £200 to £300 more expensive than the one I currently had. So it was like, okay. That was interesting. But besides that, I don't really have like, fantabulous gifts, but I also have the worst memory. So if my family is listening to this and think I'm a prick, it's because I can't remember shit. This is what uni does to me. What about you guys?
But he still thanks you for each and every gift, even if he doesn't
I do
remember.
thank him. Yeah. I thank everybody's. There's still gifts that I'm using right now. Like, when I do get gifts, I use them all year.
Okay, Luis, what about you? Do you have a favorite memory for Christmas?
There was one Christmas I got really excited when I got my PlayStation 2. It was something that I had been asking my parents like throughout the year. And they always led me to believe that I wouldn't get it. No way in hell.
Santa
And
hates
then... No, not quite like that. But during Christmas, my mom came up with this package, and she left it at the top of a wardrobe we have, and it just sat there. I never was really curious about what it was. I thought it was something for my grandma or something, because she said, like, don't touch that. I was like, okay, must be sensitive or some shit, I don't know. And then when Christmas came around, it was that. Like, it was a PlayStation 2. And it wasn't like the average one, it was the silver one.
Ooh.
Shiny.
Dude, I was so fucking happy that day.
Successful mom is successful.
Yeah. I mean, my dad also, it was also his gift, but dude, that was so awesome.
That's the best gift that you can share with the whole family.
Now, how long did that PlayStation last? Do you still have it?
No, but it did last quite a while.
Ooh.
You see, I had this thing in which when I changed consoles, I would give it to my cousin, the previous one I had. By the time I did this with my PlayStation 2, I realized it was sort of it wasn't a mistake. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of miss playing some of the older games. For example, Crash fucking Bandicoot.
Yeah.
So starting now, like, I got an Xbox One for my birthday. Like, I got half of it, then I had to pay for the other half. But
Nice.
I'm not giving my 360 away. Like, I'm keeping it. Because there are still things I want to play on it, and there are the games I still like. And, Assassin's Creed Rogue, I haven't played that yet, and might do it at some point, so...
My PlayStation's right behind the microphone, and my PlayStation 2, that's weird. Sorry. It's still with me. They last for ages.
They do.
I still have my 360 after I got my Xbox One.
Nice. All right, Leo, what about you?
It's tough to say. I've had a lot of those Christmases where like I got like good gifts and it really like blew my mind when I first got them. So I think it's either type between the PS2 or when I got my electric bass.
Nice.
I think it had to be the PS2.
So we've seen game. Tyler can't remember.
I got a gift that is valuable to bring up, but I didn't get it for Christmas. I got it
we'll go with that then.
Oh, okay then. Well, my 16th birthday, I got I won't say my first guitar, because I had a guitar before that. but I got a black first act guitar when I was 16. It's weird thinking back to that now, considering I'm in the third year of a music uni, and I've got like loads of other instruments that are better than that, because that guitar is now in my hometown, but I am keeping that guitar because my family essentially said if one day I get famous, which is never gonna fucking happen, but if I do, they're gonna keep it and they want to sign it and they want to sell it. And I was like, fair enough with me, like, you can keep it. But it's awesome. Like,
And so instead of keeping it for nostalgia, nope, keep it, sign it, sell it. Got it.
yeah, why
eBay.
not? I mean, it's a perfect. I mean, I can verify that was my first guitar that I was playing, so it would be awesome. If someone said Eric Clapton's first ever guitar was signed and on eBay, it would get thousands.
It would, you're right.
And I'm not saying that I'm Eric Clapton, but like, if I ever got anywhere near fame, I can imagine you can get a few bucks out of it.
Hey, you are internet famous right now, so get
Yay.
to sign in that
Yeah.
and put it up, and maybe one of the Shifty Key followers will, they might buy it.
I will
Not
pay
yet.
$5
Got-
for that first act guitar.
Exactly.
I gotta
Also-
hold out.
$6.10, buy it now.
Buy it now. Price is like
$10.
Black Friday, $3.
Black Friday. Get Tyler's guitar.
$11 then.
And
I don't know how bidding
recession
works.
And Tyler, you said like you don't think you're gonna get anywhere near famous. Shut the fuck up.
Ooh, that was like.
There you go.
That was inspiring
that is
and rude.
encouragement. Yes, I
This-
believe in you, you little
This has
bitch.
been Deep Thoughts with Luis.
Yeah. It's like saying,
But yeah.
you can do it, you dickhead.
Exactly.
Words of wisdom
Pretty
from
much.
Luis.
Don't fuck up. For me, I have a couple that are really tied. I remember being a kid and getting the original Nintendo.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
That was probably one of the coolest things, because I mean, I knew about games. I grew up playing a Commodore 64, so I understood what they were, but it took me a while to really appreciate kind of what video games were. I thought it was the coolest thing on the planet. I was like, oh my god! And as I got older, I learned trick shots with Duck Hunt. I found out, oh my gosh, you can point this at a mirror,
Wow.
and it still works. It's
I
made
never
of
knew-
magic. I
I
didn't
don't know you can do
understand
that.
it. I thought I was a wizard. So I was trick shots all over the place. Probably the one that really stands out the most, and I love my grandparents and my family so much for taking the time to do this. My brother and sister and I all lived together. We woke up Christmas morning. We came down, and there were notes on a present. It basically led us through the house, out the door, into the snow, to trees, to my neighbor's house, all the way around the block, or like through a neighbor's yard to their door where they gave us notes. It turned into a 30-minute long scavenger hunt for us to come trudging back up the driveway into the garage where there were brand new mountain bikes waiting for us.
Holy
No.
shit.
That's awesome.
We walked out the doors to this garage, after the first clue, and then we come back in, and there are 3 bikes sitting there for us. And I thought it was cool then, and as I've gotten older, I've looked back on it, and just the amount of planning that you really have to go through with not just your family, but
The
with
neighbors?
getting the bikes the neighbors, getting the bikes out of storage or wherever you have them hidden, and having it all ready, because let's say you got a fast kid, you might not have a lot of time to really
Yeah.
get that. And it's been pretty cool. I've tried to duplicate that, and I've had very limited success. So I love my folks for taking the time, not just to get one, but to get three different bikes for my brother, sister, and myself. That takes a lot.
That's like,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, that's crazy. They hid fucking bikes? For how long did they have them and manage
I
to
don't have a
hide
clue.
them? Like, that's insane. I like, knowing my luck, if my family got me anything like that, I would probably bump into it the day I go back to my hometown and be like, "Oh, what's that?" Like straight away by accident.
Imagine hiding 3 cars or
Oh,
or
God.
Oh, exactly. That would be ridiculous. Now,
Yeah.
on the flip side, as I've gotten older too, I've kind of, and it's very weird, and I'm 31, so I'm the oldest out of the group right here. Have you found yourself at a Christmas or even birthday being really excited for clothes or socks?
Yes, last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
No.
Luis is like, I hope I never get to that point.
I got an awesome ghost shirt last Christmas. It was pretty cool.
It kind of happens as I've started getting older. I really like getting games and getting cool geeky things, but I've started to find out that clothing is just as expensive, if not more so, than the stuff that I like. So when I can get an entire wardrobe in one day, I'm okay with maybe not getting an Xbox One, or maybe not getting a new bike, so to speak, because Christmas is expensive.
Yeah.
Don't get me
Well,
wrong.
I mean,
if I
it's
got
great.
a PS3, I wouldn't hate it. I would love it. A PS3.
yeah, I mean, here's how it works for me. When I get something, like when I get clothes for my birthday or Christmas or whatever, I'm okay with it. Like, it's not like it bothers me or anything. It's just that it's not the sort of thing I really start cheering on. Like, yes, I hope I get clothes. It's more like, yes,
I've never
I'm
once said
gonna
that
get.
in my life. Trust me.
I
I
imagine
don't. I
Luis-
don't go into Christmas or my birthday hoping for clothes.
Yes, close.
But I mean,
I
for
imagine
example,
Luis throwing a fit in his mind. Damn it! I hate clothes.
no, not at all. Like my birthday, my last birthday, my friends got together and got me a new pair of shoes, and those are awesome. Like, I love those shoes. I wear them at least twice or 3 times a week. When I go out, which lately hasn't been much because finals. But yeah, I really like them, and I wasn't expecting to get shoes, but it's just that I don't know. I Like, if I were to get clothes, I would like to get, for example, T-shirts with funny things on them. Star Wars related and stuff, like I've seen recently. But if that is not a thing, like if I get a formal wear or something, I'm still cool with it. It's really the matter of expecting it that doesn't really happen for me.
I
But
have one rule with it, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry for cutting you off. If
No,
it's
it's okay,
a
just-
novelty, then
novelty?
if it's a novelty, like if it's something Christmas related and it's like
Oh,
that, then I don't like it as much because you can't wear it throughout the year.
yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, but if someone
And I
gets me
do-
like a really neat black shirt, then I'm like, that's awesome because I'll be able to wear that.
I
Sorry
do
for
have
cutting you
a
off.
rule about that. It's not exactly a rule because I've never said that to anyone, but I don't like getting pink T-shirts.
I don't mind.
And-
I have nothing against the color pink.
No, it's just that I don't, I don't have anything against the color pink as well. It's just that I don't like pink T-shirts for
Tough
me.
guys wear pink, but
Yeah,
truthfully,
bro.
I agree. I agree. No, I agree 100% with Luis. One, as a guy, it is really, really, really tough to find something that goes with a pink shirt that doesn't look
Yes.
atrocious.
Yes.
Maybe it's the fashion conscious side of me that says that, but it's really tough to wear a pink shirt, even if you're comfortable in your sexuality or masculine or whatnot. But trying to find something that actually goes well with the color pink, as a guy, I find it damn near impossible.
And without
to pull it off.
looking like
Black.
a fucking what if you wear black, you're gonna look like a bar of chocolate with strawberry filling. If you wear like white, you're gonna look like a popsicle or some shit. So it's really hard. I agree with Jay here.
I mean, I can imagine if someone got me a bright pink, like I'm talking magenta color here, like
Let it red.
if someone got me like a magenta shirt that had like a collar on it, I would happily wear it as like a suit Like, if I had my black blazer still, which I don't think I do,
Hint
but
to
I
Tyler's
would
family,
rock
get him
that.
a black blazer.
No, I think I got the black blazer still, but I would
Yo,
make that
Bam.
shit work. I'll be
Get
like,
to
so
work
what?
on
I'm
it."
wearing pink, but it looks fucking cool. I look dapper as fuck. I don't
Jay
look into
Louise.
colors that much.
Jay Louise, how about this? You know that pink Power Ranger shirt Michael has? Like you see him sometimes with it.
Yeah,
Would you be able to wear that?
I don't know.
I
What
could
about
pull,
the
I could
other
pull that off
colours?
because a pink Power Ranger shirt is honestly a lot different from a pink polo. Because at least with the pink
Yeah.
Power Ranger shirt, it's geeky. It's culture. You understand it when you look at it. You know what the design is. And that's easy to pull off because you can be like, yeah, Pink Ranger's my favorite. What? You got a problem with that? You want to fight?
Oh, all right.
Pink
Wanna
polo?
fight me?
That's a
I'm
lot
going
tougher.
Megazord on you, bitch.
I thought you meant like any like pink clothing like in general.
No.
I think it depends. It does probably depend on what the pink clothing is. If it's a pink polo or a bright pink T-shirt, it's a little tough. If it's like that, a pink geek culture reference that you can kind of understand, I don't think that one's going to matter as much. And really, in the end, it should. But when you're trying, if you're trying to put yourself together like a fashion plate or something, it probably is tough.
I just thought of a bad one. Like, I wouldn't get away with pink jeans. That's a no-go.
Yeah.
That is no.
Just don't. Just in case the audience is wondering, like, I bet Luis has something against the color pink or something. Let me tell you guys a story. I
Gather round,
don't
kids.
really
Story time with Luis. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun,
I don't
dun.
really care much for new types of cell phone and all that shit. If I were to upgrade any of my technological gadgets or something, I would rather like buy another computer or laptop or another gaming console or something, because really I use my cell phone pretty much just for calling and texting, and that's it. So my sister changed her phone, like she bought a new one, and so she gave me her previous one, and then I finally changed my, I don't know what, 6-year-old phone or something, which for today's standards is, wow, 6 years old, whatever. And the thing is, they don't make cases for her phone anymore. And when she bought her case, it was this really, really light purple, which you can kind of confuse with pink. But I still keep the case. I don't give a fuck. In
That
fact,
purple, though.
it's... Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because every time someone points it out, I can just quote Donut. It's really fun. Like, people usually don't get it, but I laugh to myself, and that's what matters, It's not pink, it's a lightish red.
I don't know who would point that out. Like,
Oh, donut.
if someone goes out of their way to point out, oh, you're wearing pink or you've got something that's pink, my immediate response to that would probably be, yeah, and why do you really care? Like, you're not wearing it and you're not holding it as a phone or whatever. It's just a fucking colour. I don't know.
I think obviously, with it being a pink shirt, there is the stigma, obviously of, oh, you wear pink, you must be gay, or and that's it's stupid. If someone said, hey, you're wearing a pink shirt, ha 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 ha, I'd be like, congratulations, you're not colorblind.
Yay!
That's awesome. That's fun.
Just give them a hug and be like, oh, I am so glad you can see colors.
You did it!
And speaking of questioning people's choice for clothing, you guys want to do questions?
One quick thing. I got a
Best
question of
segue
my
ever.
own. One small quick thing. Another thing I think of when the color pink comes up is, the boy-girl definition of colors. Boys must have blue things and girls have pink things. That's how I was brought up. Everything for boys were blue and everything for girls were pink. Who the fuck decided that? Like, why blue and why pink? Like, why not green and red? Why not?
I mean, I'll understand.
Other
I
colours?
understand the pink
Huh.
for the particular feminine side, so to speak. I get that. I don't know, obviously, where that came from. When my daughter was born, it was green and yellow.
Yeah.
Hey, Brazil!
We're gonna...
Oh yeah, Brazil.
I just realized that. Way to go. But no,
That's
we
incredible.
did an entire theme of green and yellow. One, we didn't want to know what sex the baby was going to be until she was born, because
Oh, that's smart.
congratulations,
Yeah.
we're surprised. It's a surprise. Surprise, you got pregnant. Surprise, let's find out later.
Yeah, and
Now, it was already surprise enough, but I agree. I don't know where it came from, and I understand gender roles. I'm not a big fan of them. People should be free to be who they want, love who they want, wear what they want, whatever color they want, and listen to us whenever they want, all the time.
Yeah. I just guess it's weird. It's something that I've never actually thought of until just now, and I'm like, why is blue synonymous with, like, the male side and pink the other? Who fucking decided that? Like,
Why
someone
is
must
blue
have
blue?
picked.
I guess it's always been like the conventional, like you said, gender colors.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering where it came from. Anyway, it's probably weird. Colors, who cares?
Put them all together and you get like some dark color, anyways.
I think if you mix them all together, you get black, don't you? I don't know.
Black, brownish, sort of purplish thing. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of the spectrums and shit. Someone's going to turn around and go, "No, it's white, you idiot."
Hey, Tyler.
Digitally, yes.
Tyler.
Luis.
Cyan.
Oh, see, I don't have any. He's referring to something here. I think we should explain for the audience.
Very old podcast.
Ages ago, there was this massive debate about the color cyan.
Let's not bring it up.
Well, I'm okay with bringing it up because it only got out of hand because someone explained it wrong, but it was amazing to see how many people were arguing about a color. They were like, it's a shade of blue. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's officially a mix of green and blue. It's
and guess what?
Technically not a shade of anything.
Guess what?
Egg and snot?
Your face is a shade of blue. Oh! Questions!
Questions?
Hold on, before we get to questions, I'm actually... I thank you, Google, for reading this. Apparently, Tyler, to answer your question, back in the 1800s, male and female kids, they wore white. It was actually during the last century that apparently the accepted rule is pink for boys and blue for girls.
What?
So it's a recent thing? Well, not that recent, but it's fairly new.
Apparently,
cool.
yeah, they were trying to say that pink, for whatever reason, blue is supposed to be delicate and dainty, was prettier for the girl, and then blue was... Back in Ladies' Home Journal, they said it was pink being a more decided and stronger color is suitable for a boy, and blue was delicate and dainty, which is prettier for a girl. Somewhere along the line, that got switched.
So it was supposed to be the other way around? That's interesting.
The more you know.
They weren't gender specific at first, but for whatever reason, somehow they changed.
Probably someone thought
that,
like it was the other way around, so they started doing that and it started trending and it became like a worldwide known thing.
Yeah, someone fucked up one day. And they were like, yeah, pink. This goes for the girls, right? And someone just went, yeah, fuck it. Wait a minute, no, it's the other way around.
God damn it, Jenkins.
I don't understand that. Pink being a strong color suitable for a boy.
Well, when you think about it, like, colors have no direct meaning. They only get the meaning from what we present to them. Like, they only stand for whatever we... Shut up, Louise. But, like, whatever
red is anger,
they mean what we
blue
tell
is
them to
sad,
mean.
Yeah.
Yellow is danger.
Yeah, it's like purple is for royalty. Well, it could have been many years ago if the royalty picked a different color, that color would be royalty now.
Royal mauve.
Yeah. Mauve. I like razzmatazz, which was only recently invented by Crayola, wasn't it?
Razzmatazz.
Razzmatazz is a shade of like pink or something, but it was invented by Crayola. Well, no, it was made by them for the first time ever, then it became a shade. And I was like, is that how colours are made nowadays? I don't think there's any room to name a colour anymore.
Go to the paint store. Yes, I like a can of razzmatazz, please.
I'm sure you would probably get it.
And that was the day that the paint store clerk retired. Six hours later, they're just curled up behind the paint counter crying, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Before we get into questions, because I could tell Lewis wants to get into questions.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Lewis wants to get into questions.
I need to wrap it up. I still have work to do.
If you could make a color name and pick a shade of, like a mix of color, or try to explain it, what color would you want? Like, if you could make one up. Which will be fucking hard because they all exist.
That's very good.
Yeah. And then we'll get into the official the questions.
Is this question for everyone or?
Yeah, it's everyone, I guess. Question for the audience, if you want to do that out of order for a change.
I would make a different shade of black and call it disappointment.
A different shade of black.
So something, I don't want to say a shade of gray because of that movie, but
it wouldn't work. Can you imagine like serious disappointment? Dude, that works so well.
Exactly, because when you open a box, we got you your favorite thing, disappointment, because it's nothing. It's
you
empty.
paint the room
black, serious disappointment. Dude.
You paint the room and you're like, this is a serious disappointment.
Your kid grows up and starts to hate everything and, become the prototypical emo, in quotes. Paint the room in a shade of disappointment. They'll love you.
But then they won't be disappointed. And then your kid
they might enjoy it.
No, they will enjoy being... No, they will. It's actually going to have the effect that they want. They're going to love it so much, being in this room of disappointment, they're going to stay in it.
Ooh.
I thought of a shade. I thought this was pretty cool because yesterday when I was walking around, I actually saw this shade, and I'm like, I wonder how I would get that color on my computer, and I don't often think about that shit when I see them. I would want to mix somehow pink with orange because the sky yesterday went that weird color.
And make it orange?
I don't know, orange. I would just call it something really random, like Zizzy. Just so, like, it's really hard to say. It's like, yeah, here's a shade of Zizzy for you. And it's like spelt with 7 X's and Z's or something.
Take the N out of porridge and just say porridge. How about that?
Yeah, but it wouldn't look like porridge. Porridge is like a beige color.
Now, porridge doesn't look like color porridge.
Yeah.
Boom.
Confuse everyone. The color porridge is pink and orange.
Well then.
So. Questions.
Yay, questions.
There we go.
That's good because I actually had another thought about the colors.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it to myself.
You're gonna have to tell me which questions were asked because you guys asked questions. I suppose I didn't have time to listen to the podcast yet, and didn't mark the ones that were answered.
Wait. I would just like to throw someone else under the bus that's not here to explain to our guests and our audience. Essentially, what happens when we ask questions is we usually label them saying that they've already been asked. I would just like to point out, Luis, I am not an admin, so I couldn't have labeled them. So
no, but
so TJ, yeah, that guy.
God damn it, TJ.
TJ, he didn't mark what questions were asked, and I have such a poor memory that I can't remember because I edited the podcast like literally last week. I sent it to you on the Monday, didn't I? So I have no idea.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. So, audience, if we have already answered those questions, on the bright side, you're gonna listen to my answer and Jay's and Leo's answers.
If it rings a bell with me, then I'll tell you to stop. Okay? Maybe, but that's because my memory is fucking terrible.
Woohoo! All right, then.
He won't even remember telling us to stop.
Yep, I've already forgotten what I just said. Who is everyone? How did I get here?
What's porridge?
Do you ever wonder why we're here?
Because Nick Guns asked, if cats... Best segue ever. If cats and dogs didn't have fur, would we still pet them?
Probably.
Yeah.
I say yeah.
I mean, we have hairless cats as it is already, and we have hairless dogs. Look at Dr. Evil's cat, Mr. Bigglesworth. You would have petted him.
Oh yeah.
He looked so adorable. I mean, he looked sad as shit, but that was the point.
Tyler,
I wanted to pet him.
Tyler, would you pet that cat for $1 million?
Yes.
I asked because I thought you were like disgusted by like hairless cats.
Wait, why? I think. Wait, what?
I thought you were disgusted by like hairless cats, like some people are.
Nah, I don't really mind. Like,
What?
there's Siamese cats out there, aren't there, that are essentially hairless, aren't they? Except for, like, little tufts every now and then. I know nothing about cats. I think it shows, but I don't think it would freak me out.
Are you the Jon Snow of cats?
You don't know Jon Snow.
And I don't even watch Game of Thrones.
Surprisingly, that was brought up on the last podcast as well. There's just that one quote of Jon Snow. You don't know Jon Snow.
Oh my god, we're repeating the podcast again. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Is this where you're going to make the Inception noise again to close it out?
Thank you, Jay. I had forgotten about it. Okay, so this one was asked by Sunny88P. And the question, yes, Tyler?
Is it going to be something about grandma?
No, I just gasped
No.
because it's Sunny AP and Nick Gons. They ask so many questions, it's amazing.
Thank God.
Yeah, we wouldn't have a question segment if it wasn't for those two. And Dr. Sparks and quite a few others actually now. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, but we do have new questions. Oh, some of them. So, the question is, have you committed any sins lately?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Whoa.
I thought at the start of this you told me we don't get into religion and we don't get into politics. One of those just got shot right out the door.
You know, I mean,
Sin.
let's just say that sin is not exactly
Monday.
like religion,
Let's
but
see,
a morally questionable action. Let's put it that way. Have you been an asshole recently? That's pretty much it.
We just got done with Black Friday. I'm pretty sure almost everybody was an asshole at some point this week.
I didn't go shopping.
I've shopped.
Yeah, I went shopping. I was an asshole.
I punched a guy for a Furby.
Wait a minute, Jay says he has a sin.
Well, no, he asked if I've been an asshole. I mean, I worked in retail for Thanksgiving and Black Friday. There were a few points where I was just like, get the fuck out of my store. Without being so direct, but it was very obvious from body language, everything. Do you have any of those $150 laptops left? No. Well, why not? Maybe if you didn't come at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday instead of 6 when all the other people that wanted to get deals, you might have gotten the deal.
Okay, I think Jay's getting a little worked up right now.
I'm
Reliving some experience.
It's traumatic. No, but that was legitimately the conversation that I had with the customer. They were like, "Why don't you have any in store?" It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You don't have any doorbusters? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
You're
He
welcome.
turns up, the store's empty, and he's like, "Why isn't there anything here?" He's like, "Because it's gone."
There is
Pretty
no
much.
store here.
But to answer the question, and going on kind of the classical definition for a sin, I do think gluttony was a thing yesterday. Like, I ate so much. I went to this lecture with a very renowned psychoanalyst in my city, and at the end of it, there were some, it was a coffee break, so there was food, and I ate considerably. After that, I went to a city group I go to, and we usually have food there. What we discuss, it's a really fun thing we do, and there was like birthday candies and pie and all sorts of things. And again, I ate a lot.
I'm so full, but the food's here, so.
But
It's a
there's
sort of
so
thing,
much
like-
more food to try.
I don't know if you guys have ever watched The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, but there is this one episode in which Billy goes to Valhalla, and then he just stuffs himself with food. And then at some point he says he's super full, but he tries to shove another piece of chicken down his throat. and it's like there's already food nearly the opening of his mouth. So he has to like force the piece of chicken inside, you know.
So he looks like
man.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
I think that guy can stuff like 40 frogs in his mouth or something.
I didn't get to glutton myself for Thanksgiving this year, unfortunately, due to work and whatnot. I gluttoned myself on the RT Podcast pizza.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You lucky bastards! You have that.
If for those of you out there, if you haven't had it yet, I recommend you get it. If you have a Pizza Hut, please go try it. It's really, really good. It has salami, bacon, mushrooms, and tomatoes on a really good red sauce. They don't give you that crappy Pizza Hut crust. They give you Asiago cheese in the crust, and they give you a balsamic vinaigrette and a little spiral on it. It's worth the price. It sounds horrible
hungry.
when you think about salami. Maybe you don't like tomatoes or mushrooms. Give it a shot. Trust me.
Is it at every Pizza Hut like place
It is.
or
It is.
or
It is
selected?
It's available online. If you can even call and ask them for that. Basically, from what I can tell, Fullscreen, the company that is merged with Rooster Teeth or partner acquired, whatever definition you want to use.
Yeah.
That's a whole can of worms. Obviously, they also they have deals with other people. iJustine is one of them. They all partnered up with Pizza Hut, where each person got to develop a pizza that kind of best suits them or whatever. You can go to Pizza Hut's website, and when you go to order a pizza, it's under they call it the Flavor Pioneers, because this is right after Pizza Hut's just rolled out their new menu. So there are 4 or 5 different types of pizzas from different YouTube celebrities. I think it's a super cool honor that Rooster Teeth is, in this initial batch of what they call YouTube pioneers.
Well, they've worked at it for like 11 years now, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Will they deliver to Brazil?
Do you not have Pizza Hut in Brazil?
Not in my town. I mean, there is probably one in, someone nearby, like 4 or 5 hours away.
Oh.
Tip generously.
Yeah. Go like $100 on tips.
If I can find a way to pack a pizza that has not been cooked in dry ice and mail it to you internationally, Luis, I will do that.
Aw.
Thank you.
Ooh,
There are pizza places that do that too. They pack pizzas in dry ice and mail them across the United States.
I thought they just throw them in boxes, put packaging peanuts, and just ship it off.
Oh god, that would be the worst. Oh, if it's cooked too.
You open it up, it would just be fucked on the other side.
That's when you get one with anchovies.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've got a sin.
Uh-oh.
Let's hear it.
Confession time. Well, actually, no, it's the wrong kind. It's the 7 deadly sin. Sloth is one of them, if I remember correctly.
Hey!
It's not 7 deadly sin. What? Wait. What are
He's
the
mad because it's in his name. Why would you insult him like that? You calling him a sinner?
No, unless he's lazy, which I don't think he has been because he's been studying a week. So
Yeah.
he hasn't been lazy.
I kind of wish I had been lazy a little.
It's
Not
the
really.
other definition of sloth. But I'm trying to think of the 7 things now, but never mind. I know that sloth's one of them. And I've kind of been procrastinating a bit of my coursework with another piece of coursework that's due like 30 weeks away.
Are you cheating? Are you cheating on one of the other?
No, it's more like I've got something due at the end of this week. And the thing that I'm actually working on is due in like 27 weeks. So it's
The way you
kind of
say
like...
Jew is weird.
Jew? Jew. Oh, is it because it sounds like Jew?
Yeah.
It's essentially the same. So
the
I
same
apologize.
sound.
It's just my dialect. I didn't
Jew
mean
and
people
Jew.
of the Jewish faith. I meant DUE, but it sounds
Tyler,
the same in my dialect.
This is starting to sound like the conversation we were having before before we got on.
Yeah. Wait, which one? I've forgotten.
The one when we were up in the other channel talking about potato.
Oh, the way I pronounce stuff and the dialects of people from different places, yeah. Like,
Moscow.
I don't know. I don't know if Jay knows this, but apparently for the longest time on this podcast and for my entire life, I've been pronouncing the number 3 wrong and thought and any words that began with TH because I couldn't pronounce the TH part of it.
So how have you said it?
Oh, if you got me to say the number and then the act of liberating someone, they would sound exactly the same. Like if I can find like the exact moment in the podcast,
free,
like it would just come out like I said free, like the act of freeing people
Gavin
twice.
Gavin 3.
Gavin 3.
If I can find like a specific moment in a podcast where I've tried
Gordon 3 man.
like, well, no, I could say Freeman. I could say that. It's just if you said, "Oh, can you say, like how many bottles of water I have on my table right now?" And it just so happens there was 3 of them. I would just say that there was 3 of them, and I would pronounce it wrong every single time.
Be free!
It's such a subtle difference that I've never noticed until they started taking the piss out of me.
Oh, that's disgusting, Tyler.
Well, it's, if I can find it, there was this moment where I tried saying the 2 words like together in a sentence, and it was just me saying the same word twice. I didn't mean to. It's something that I kind of put myself through speech therapy to sort out, which was another word that I couldn't pronounce right. So you can see my problem there. I had to fix that shit.
So you guys want to do one more?
Yeah.
I think Leo. Wait. Leo's not getting out of this. He hasn't said a sin.
Oh yeah. Sorry. It was pure. Come on.
Leo, are you pure?
I wouldn't say like pure. Like, I'm not pure.
Tainted, are you?
I'm not Purell or anything, but
Purell.
Let me see.
Oh, I found them. Wrath, greed, sloth, pride, lust, envy, and gluttony. Which one have you fucked around with?
I would guess anger though, because I got this little problem with a coworker at work, and I really don't like him, and he doesn't like me either.
Ooh, fighting.
What's in the box?
What's in the fucking box?
A dick.
Well,
excellent movie, but that would be a twist.
I don't remember that in the movie.
What's in the fucking box?
Brad Pitt's dick.
So how did you not know?
So in the remake of Seven with the cast of Lonely Island.
Oh god.
Haven't watched Seven. Still
should.
There's some moments that still freak me out of that, like the sloth thing. That scares me. That
hey, go fuck yourself.
Scares me. No, like.
And this is more life lessons with Luis.
Tyler,
if you want me to show you the clip, damn.
No, that's okay. I don't want the movie spoiled. I'll check it out, like probably next week or so. When you know what, I'm going to end. Let me just before I go through the last question, just explain why I was on the last podcast and why Oh yeah, okay. And why I almost missed this one, because I'm here like last second. I've been studying like crazy recently, because of finals and all that. Like I need to deliver a bunch of things, and I know that I have like 6 papers due to one of Mondays, not the next one, but the other one. 6 papers.
Oh.
And so, like, all of them are really, like, all of them demand a lot of work.
Wow,
so,
good luck with that.
Yeah, thank you. And, reports and other papers and tests and shit. It's been a thing.
Damn. Like, I wish you all luck, because isn't this, like, the end of your school year coming up right now? Your finals? Yeah. This is like coming up to the end of my first term in uni. I've still got 2 more terms after this. So I'm going to essentially feel what you're feeling later on next year.
Oh, no, wait. It's not like the last term ever. I still have another year to go.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. But like Like, I guess terms have different definitions over there. Like...
Oh, right, yeah, because your first term starts after July.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Mine start on January.
Yeah. So you guys actually make it make sense because your school years start when your year starts. You know? That makes sense. Ours starts just after summer, which is cool in a way, I guess. But then we jump straight into December. And festivities get in the way, and that's always fun.
So, okay, let's go through one more, right?
Yay! Woo! One more question.
All right, let's do this.
So, here it is. If you could transform into any animal, but once transformed, you would have to stay that animal for a day, what animal would you choose? And this one was sent by Fire Dash.
Oh, hey, Fire Dash.
I mean, my first and logical answer would be I would be a bird of any kind, just so I could fly over people that I don't like and shit on them. But but then there's so many other. There's so many other animals you could be.
Right?
I wouldn't be something like a lion or a bear because.
But Jay, lions made for life though.
Yeah, but things like people, are you going to be transforming in like your home? Like people are going to be freaking out and trying to like
you're going
send you to a
to
zoo.
in the face. I mean, with a bird, you have less of a chance of being shot in the face. If you turn into a lion or a bear in your own home or in public or something, people are going to flip their shit.
Exactly.
What if you're a bear and you're riding a unicycle with a fez or something, wearing a fez or something?
Then by the end of the day, guess what they're going to do? They're not going to let me go. They're going to put me in a tiny-ass cage and feed me nothing. How do you think that's going to work out in the morning when they come back and you're a naked Leo sitting in the cage?
Can I have my fez back?
That's the biggest worry. Where's my fez?
He's going to put it around his hips and walk off.
You know, I'm kind of torn between what animal I would choose. Probably like an eagle, because, you know, if I'm going to be a bird, better be a badass bird, so maybe an eagle or an owl. But
so you say owl
badger. Yeah, I don't know how it's owl. Okay, an owl.
Honey badger.
A honey badger, though.
Honey badger
doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So
honey badger don't give no shit. It just takes what it wants.
Yeah, like, dude, I'd pull off a mean honey badger, I guess.
You wouldn't be a sloth. That shocks me.
No, wait, I didn't finish my answer.
Oh,
because
okay.
I let go of the button and kept talking like an asshole. Yes, and among my choices would be a sloth. I mean, gotta be consistent. And you know why? Sloths are cool as shit. Because they also don't give a fuck. They do whatever they want, whenever they want, on the speed they want. And people think they're cute. So it'd be like, oh, such a cute, you know, and then bam, serve cookies. Bam, so you're a girl, you know.
Sloth to stole your girl. I don't know what I would be, but I wouldn't want to be an insect because my main goal would be survive the day. There's some insects that don't last that long. Like their average lifetime is about a couple hours. So
houseflies or various other ones.
Yeah, like silverfish, I guess. No, wait, how long? I think I've got that wrong. They last
Every time you say silverfish, I keep thinking of the Minecraft. It would be a silverfish from Minecraft.
Funny story. I had no idea what a silverfish was until I started noticing like few of them turn up in this town. Like I've never seen them before. And now I've only just started seeing them, and I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? Oh, that's what a silverfish is. I thought they were fish, in the bedrock on Minecraft.
I almost thought you said fish in the bedroom.
In the bedroom. Oh, God. I kind of want to be a meerkat, but then again, I think it would be kind of sent to like a zoo, or like in England we don't have meerkats, so I would be sent somewhere, and then when I end up after like a long plane ride in somewhere like where do they normally exist? Where's the habitat? Well, if it wasn't a zoo, like if it
Africa?
was like okay, somewhere in Africa, I wouldn't want to be transported there and someone open up like the back of the plane or however it works to see just me. You know?
Naked Tyler in a crate.
It's just like, you put me in this box. It was too small. I broke it when I transformed.
What's in the box, Tyler?
The box would be broken. Fuck. I cut off Leo. I could put money, I guess, on what Leo would want to be, but then again, I guess that I'm going to lose that money, so I'm not.
Probably.
I'm guessing now you're not going to be a lion.
Nope. I was gonna say I was gonna be a German Shepherd, because who doesn't love German Shepherds?
Oh, that's a good choice.
I thought you were just gonna be the bear with the fez.
Nope. Instead, since you're gonna be meerkat, I'll be a warthog.
Oh Jesus!
Pumba!
When he was a young warthog.
I must have ruined my VHS tape of Lion King when you remember when they're trying to beat a distraction?
Yep.
I rewinded that so many times and watched that. The old luau. I can't remember the whole thing, but I just remember that.
Yep.
You waiting? Yep. Oh God.
Is Leo waiting?
Backs.
Yep. For some bacon.
Yep. All the nostalgia.
Oh man, I would be eaten by the hyenas.
Oof.
And then Leo and Tyler take off running into the distance while Luis and I are chasing the hyenas.
Or hyena would be a good one, but you'll probably get put down.
Not if you're a laughing one.
Oh, they all laugh, don't they?
Nope.
Oh, they don't?
I don't think so.
I thought they all did. I thought that was just their thing.
Hugh.
It just comes up to you and you expect it to bust out and just laugh, and I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Well,
I picture
you
more
actually
like
say it almost like we do in Portuguese.
Me?
Yeah, because I've heard people only say yeah. I've only heard people saying like Hugh, but here we say wait.
It's just like ja. It's actually just ha, but it's spelt like ja, isn't it?
Yeah.
I learned that from video games. Playing a lot of MMOs when I was younger, and a lot of the channels were dominated by Brazilian and South American gold spammers.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Wait,
You
get
would
money
insult
blocked
them,
or
and then all
I'll
you'd see
report
is
you.
Do you know what my favourite one is that I never hear getting brought up? This one.
Oh, I have
Oh
not.
my god. You know, in
Korean.
Portuguese, people actually laugh using K, but not Ki, just a letter K. And sometimes, unknowingly, they just type 3 Ks, like ha, but K.
No.
Wait, are you sure that's the same thing?
And as someone who speaks English, every time someone uses KKK to laugh, I kind of think to myself like, yeah, that'll probably start a shitstorm somewhere else.
Yeah, that's lost in translation right there. I was like, really? Is it just 3 letter Ks next to each other for laughing over that? Yeah. That is incredible. I never knew that sometimes. Shit, that would start a shitstorm.
Yeah.
That's cool how cultures can do that, I guess. That's weird.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I've got a funny story about 2 different cultures. When I procrastinate, I tend to do the same thing every year, which is I research flags of like countries and stuff, because I'm a boring motherfucker. But, but I find some cool shit out sometimes that make me laugh, because everyone's flag has to be different, because that's how you identify which country is which. It wouldn't be at all convenient if someone had the same flag. Imagine
Italian
this.
flag and the Ireland flag. Coincidence?
They are different. There is differences, and even flags that look identical, they could be different dimensions or a different shade of a color. Imagine this: 1936. Haiti and Liechtenstein have the exact same flag, and they only found out during the Olympics that year.
Oops.
And they had to change their flag the year afterwards. That shit would never happen, today. That was the first time those countries ever saw each other's flag, I can guess. Technology wasn't that big back then. But it made me think. Imagine being from Liechtenstein or Haiti, and you can't text anyone, that you're meeting up outside the stadium and whatever. You can't text your friends, I'm going to be there. The number one way of finding out where you're supposed to be or what group you can mill around with would be, what country's flag are they holding up? Imagine a Liechtenstein fan, someone from Liechtenstein, watching the opening ceremony, but sitting around a bunch of Haiti fans. And it's just yeah, woo, go Liechtenstein! And it's just looking around awkwardly. And there's just loads of Haiti fans just wait a minute. But obviously in their respective language.
Yay, we won! Wait, what?
Yeah, imagine a gold medal fight for number one. One got gold, one got silver. One from Liechtenstein, one from Haiti. That would be super fucking awkward if you were in the wrong stands.
Or it would be awesome and you guys could charge for a new sport. This could be very well be the beginning of boxing in the Olympics.
I mean, I just found it weird. It's only 80 odd years ago that, shit that we take for granted. I know pretty much a majority of, I'd say 99% of the countries out there and their flags. And
what is written in Brazil's flag?
Wait, what? Brazil's
flag?
What
is written in Brazil's flag?
It's your country's motto.
Which is? Don't Google it.
Well,
yes, we can.
Yeah, yes, we can. I don't entirely know what's in your flag, but I know what your flag is. I can say that the stars represent something. Isn't it the number of counties you guys have? I can't remember. The positions of the towns that are big? I can't remember.
Actually, I would say si puede or si se puede.
We don't speak Spanish.
Oh, you don't?
You said it in Spanish. Oh god.
Oh god, this is embarrassing.
Oh well, you know what? Let's wrap it up.
Yes. Last question.
Oh yeah. By the way, we need to ask the question for the audience, Jay, if you will.
I have to ask them a question?
Yeah.
Yay.
Does it have to be from a list, or is it just something that comes off the top of my head?
Anything that comes from your heart.
They are so screwed. Well, let's see. You said this podcast is going to be coming out in December, right?
Yep, it's December now,
first
guys.
Week, I guess.
No, it's not.
Don't break the illusion.
We already discussed Black Friday happening yesterday.
Shit.
Edit it out.
What, the whole podcast?
Barry,
edit that. Wolf job.
Barry, put in a wolf job.
Put that in, Barry.
Let's see. Since this is going to come out in December, and we had a lot of talk about holidays. That's a very good one. Well, actually, you know what? Since it's going to be December, I'm not even going to bother with the holidays. It's going to be the end of 2014. And for a lot of people in the RT community, for a lot of people just in general, there's been a lot of big things that have gone on this year. With Rooster Teeth, with our own lives. What's your fond memory for 2014?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a nice one. I like that one. Because it makes me think of good times.
Yeah, don't think about bad ones. Don't think about the presents you're not going to get.
Whoops.
Think about the good things. Maybe, think about...
I didn't get a Ferrari this year.
Think about, maybe January 1st where you were like, yeah, this is going to be the year I do all that shit that I never really do. And maybe
Did you keep
do
to your
it.
resolutions? Oh, God.
Exactly. Yeah. Actually, there's a good one. Did you keep your resolutions?
No.
Yeah.
That's why I don't make them anymore, because I feel ashamed when I'm done with them in a week.
I seem
For
to
me,
do
it
more
probably-
productive things afterwards.
That will probably fill out an entire podcast for me, I guess. But, you know, lots of things to talk about. No, not all of them are bad. Don't get me wrong. It's just that a lot of stuff happened this year. Like the Shifty Key Podcast.
Oh,
Yay!
Love that pop. Love that cheap pop. I can hear them clapping and cheering right now.
Speaking of us, we should wrap it up for today.
Okay.
We've gone for like almost 2 hours. So, everyone, thank you so much for listening.
Star Wars? No, I'm joking. Carry on with the wrap.
Don't you fucking do that.
Got everyone to the audience. Buy your Furbies fast before old ladies fight for you for it.
Yes.
Be responsible,
JDO, thank you
King.
so much. I'm cutting you off, Tyler. JDO, thank you so much for being with us today. Everyone, don't forget you can answer the questions we ask you. You can ask us questions on our threads.
It's in the credits
And what?
That stuff's brought up in the credits now.
Oh. Okay, so listen to the credits. And we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye. Later.
Thanks for listening to the Shifty Key Podcast. The intro and outro music is provided to us by our editor, TDBTyler. To get more involved with the Shifty Key Podcast, you can answer the questions for the audience asked by our guests, or even ask the cast a question of your very own, either here in the YouTube comments or in our Rooster Teeth group. To keep updated with this channel's shenanigans, you can follow us on Twitter, join and watch our group on Rooster Teeth, or simply subscribe. All links will be in the description. Until next week, goodbye.
I gotta stop doing that. I've listened to like the last couple of podcasts, and I just try to go as high as possible and keep it. Oh wow! I can tell you what this podcast is. This podcast is order and progress. Or should I say ordem y progresso?
This podcast, you could always call it Chaos and Order.
Protect and serve.
I gotta admit, I had fun. I would love, being back at any point.
Hey, it was awesome. I mean, for your very first time as well.
Well, I mean, the thing is I have a background in radio, so for me, I mean, doing a podcast isn't something I'm not used to, because, I mean, I'm used to sitting in front of a microphone talking to 150,000 people.
Oh shit!
For a radio station, because, I mean, the radio station I based out of was South Bend, Indiana, so the home of Notre Dame.
Nice. Wait, are people that listen to that, like, are they going to recognize your voice on this?
No.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
I mean, if there are people that are out there, yeah, you're still recording also.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm still recording. Lewis should know by now I usually stick a little bit in at the end.
Yeah.
No.
But Tyler, do you mind if I leave? I really gotta do stuff. Sorry,
gotta
Steph.
edit.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh, you don't have to edit. That's my
Nah.
job. You got to study.
All right.
Bye,
So
Lewis.
thank you and see ya.
Bye.
Do.
This is the first time ever, by the way. I'd just like to get this on record because usually I release an Easter egg like after the credits, which is essentially what the audience is listening to now if they're patient. This is technically the first ever time on the Shifty Key podcast that there has not been an admin in the cast. That is weird.
So this was the replacements, the scrubs, huh?
Yeah, well, technically speaking, yeah. I mean, Luis is an admin, but now he's gone. There's no admins here.
Oh, so this is that.
Yay.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I said chaos and order.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Another podcast, guys. Let's add another hour to this.
Oh,
no,
jeez.
God.
But no,
I have to edit that.
I've done radio stuff in the past, so I mean, for me, sitting in front of this and just babbling and ranting, it's fun. It's something I'm really used to. So, I mean, I would love to be back a second time. I appreciated Luis asking me if I'd want to join. I didn't really have any expectations of even being asked, but I was still going to listen either way.
Well, one of the definite reasons why I think you were approached was because, I don't know if you saw this, but Luis came online and he went straight to the sound booth and he immediately poked me and he was like, okay, I'm ready for the recording. Actually, one sec, I can quote him exactly. No, I can't because the quote is long gone. But he was like, we're ready to go, right? And me and Leo were just listening to the Mike Tyson thing that you were talking about before the podcast started.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to leave mid-story, I don't want to leave mid-story. This is awesome. And that's probably why he was like...
Mike Tyson, I mean, for those, if we're still going to keep recording this, I was having a discussion earlier about just a lot of the stuff that Mike Tyson has gone through. We were pretty much discussing some boxing things, and I brought up the point that if Mike Tyson was in his prime right now, there's absolutely no one on the planet that could take him in their prime. Not Pacquiao, not Mayweather, and a fight between Muhammad Ali in his prime and Mike Tyson in his prime probably would be the greatest thing that you'd ever see. Mike Tyson is just a raw, I'm going to beat the hell out of you and then, bite your ear off. And Muhammad Ali, for all intents and purposes, is just a showboat. That was his biggest thing, is he was a technical guy. He knew how to beat you, but he knew how to put on a show. Just like you guys do every week. You know how to put on a podcast.
Sometimes.
Or you fake it into a 2-hour-long extravaganza.
To be fair, Jay, the topic of Mike Tyson came up is because you said you'd fight for anyone for like a gift for your kid.
Yeah.
And what if that
Black Friday?
What if that other person was Mike Tyson getting like the last the Furby
Oh,
or
that's
something?
right. That's right. I said I wouldn't fight Mike Tyson. I said my daughter would get a Mike Tyson autograph.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I don't even care if she knows who Mike Tyson is. I'd be like, Dad, why didn't you get my Furby? Well, honey, it was either Daddy gets you a Furby and ends up in ICU, or Daddy doesn't get you a Furby and Daddy gets you this autograph that's going to be worth a lot later.
Or
And
ends up in ICU without it.
Daddy's hospital bill.
If you don't want it, I'll take it.
So, a quick fun fact before I wrap up the Easter egg, because this has been going on for quite a while. But the funny thing is, when Luis asked what's Brazil's motto that's in the flag, I'm not going to lie. On TeamSpeak, I actually have the country's flags displayed. And of course, he's got the Brazil flag on his name. I legitimately looked and leaned forward into the monitor to try and see the little... Yeah, I know that there's a motto.
Didn't.
That there's a motto on the white stripe that goes across the blue circle. And I was
Earth.
like, maybe if I squint hard enough, I could see it. It was like a pixel wide, and there's no chance I could see it.
This was the day Tyler's eyes finally gave up.
I was like, there's no way, no way. But apparently it is order and progress. I hope he'll be proud that I referenced that. I don't think he heard it.
He might have. I love the fact that Leo is the second person, other than myself, that does not have a country flag in TeamSpeak.
Yeah, I was confused about that. Like, how both of you don't have one.
I actually thought I was the only one.
I just don't know how to do it.
No,
I think
you should have one by default.
Yeah, mine just appeared.
When you join, you should have one. Like, anybody that has the country flags enabled, it should show up whether you have it enabled or not. Mine doesn't, because my ISP is AT&T, and for whatever reason, it doesn't work. If I went to my old job when I was working overnights at a hotel, it worked just fine. It showed I was from America. I'm here at my apartment, nothing. I've never had a country flag. I have formatted this computer a couple of times. Never once has it ever shown me a country flag.
You're in Nowheresville.
Well, I didn't know flags appeared at all anyways.
Hailing from parts unknown.
Yeah.
Tyler! Michael!
Where's Michael?
Alright.
Podcast has no brain.